Second message. I'm going to try to put these both in this one. This came to me last night when I was laying down. It's so funny. The messages that come to me when I lay down, I'm like, oh man, I got to get up. I got to write them down. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. So I make it a point to write them down. For entertainment purposes only. When you don't respect yourself, you don't respect others. When you don't hold yourself to a high regard, you don't hold others to a high regard. That's so true. I now look at it from like a mirror standpoint. And when I didn't respect myself, I didn't respect others. Right? Not meaning like I manipulated, gaslighted, or anything. When I was broken, walking through all my addictions, I never deflected or redirected or treated people poorly. I was just a doormat. I was just a people pleaser. I was easily used. I own all of those things, but I never, ever did anything poorly or nasty to anyone. I didn't play the victim mentality. I just took it all on the chin. That's why I self-deprecated. But anyways, I didn't respect myself. And I didn't respect others enough to give them the raw truth when it came to me, right? Own myself, own who I am, right? Own what I stand on, own my morals, my values, my integrity. Stand 10 toes down. You know, it's very easy to pick up on people now that just don't respect themselves. Because when people respect themselves, they'll respect you. It's a duality. It's an understanding. It's a straight understanding. Which reminds me of, this was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Oh my gosh, I am such a hoot, some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I really am. But I was with some friends. I was with my ex at the time, right? And we were at a stoplight, all right? And this is how my mind operates. It really does. Okay, I think this was like 3 or 4 years ago. And we were in a truck. It was a Ford. And we were at a stoplight, okay? And we were waiting to go out. And there was another Ford or another truck. And I was like sitting in the back. And we were all in the truck or whatever. And I was like, well, isn't that truck going to let you out? Like, don't y'all have an understanding? Like a truck to truck type of understanding. Ford to Ford, Chevy to Chevy. You know, like... It's like an understanding. It's a duality. I literally said this like 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. And it's been it's just been something that's been an inside joke among many, because I got a lot of them. Okay. There's things that come out of my mouth and I'm just like, but it's the truth. Like you have an understanding. In most cases, some people don't. Why? Why don't they have that understanding? Well, because they're ran by their ego. They're ran by their flesh. They're ran by their pride. They're ran by money. That's why they don't have an understanding, right? But when you're not ran by those things, it's very easy to have an understanding with people, have a duality with people. I respect you, you respect me. I hold myself to a high regard, then I hold you to a high regard, right? I love you unconditionally and you love me unconditionally. But seeing as we live in a world that does not do these things, you then have to learn how to love unconditionally from afar. You respect them from afar. You understand them from afar. Not everybody can have a seat at your table as much as you want it. I had to face that too. Very, very hard for me. I want everybody to sit at my table. I want everybody to rise. Past, present, or future. To this day, I still do. And so that's very, very hard for me. But like I said, it's an understanding. And I have a full understanding of who I am, who I'm called to be, who I want to be, all right? What I stand on. And because I have an understanding of that, I carry that inside and outside. For everyone around me, energetically, physically, emotionally. You know, spiritual war, no weapon peace. I have been under such a spiritual warfare attack my entire life, and I see that now. But see, here's the beauty of it. Throughout my journey, the last 5-10 years, God has trained me and forged me to fight a war with no weapons. Poof! Literally. I'm out here working through silent battles, working through a silent war waged against me, but I'm winning with no weapons. None. I've never once used manipulative tactics. I've never once used bribery tactics. I've never once used illusions, coercion, bribery, lies, schemes, cheats, karmics, Jezebels, spiritualist things. Never once have I done any of that. Never once. That's why I walk the way that I walk. That's why I talk the way that I talk. That's why I carry myself the way I carry myself. Period. Because God has forged me and is forging me to win a war, a spiritual warfare, not only waged against myself, but it waged against the entire world with no weapons. What do I win it with? With His love, His obedience, His understanding, His faithfulness, our connection. That's what I win it with. And I was like, poof, it was great. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day. I hope this video resonated. We in this together. But yeah, man, grow an understanding with yourself. Once you start understanding yourself, the rest of it gets easier every day. Every day you learn to understand yourself, understand what makes you kick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. As soon as you start walking through that transitioning in life is when you'll start connecting to the world around you, start connecting with yourself. You really will. And then it'll start mirroring into the world. Like, although I walk in a world full of chaos and deceit, it doesn't even penetrate me anymore. It's just another day at the office. Just another day at the office. Straight up. And put this one in your group chat, y'all. Put it in your group chat. I'm here for it. Happy Saturday. I work tonight. Please come see me. I'd love to see you all. You know, and that's where I'm at. And if you guys want to hold a meeting on this video, clue me in. I'll be happy to give you some more nuggets if you'd like to steal and copycat. I'm here for it. So, let me know. I'm here for it. You can take my ideas. You can monetize me. I don't want nothing to do that. You can have all the fame and the fortune and the money. I give that to you. I give it to you. You want more ideas? I got them for you. I got them for you. I'm here to spread acts of service, acts of kindness. To live my day-to-day as closest to God and Jesus as I can. To walk by example. And that myself is what I feel better about. You know what I mean? And so if you want the money, you want all that, please have it. I'm being dead serious too. I'm not trying to be a smart butt. I'm really not. I want whatever makes anybody happy. See, I don't need all those things to be happy. I'm happy just as I am. I'd be happy living in a tent. Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind living in a tent sometimes. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know what I mean? I love you guys. Have a great day.